What a better way to celebrate a great time of year and the festive holidays than chatting some crap about some influencers. There's not too much happening in the fighting world, so instead I'm going to do what I do best, and that's chat some shit and expose some idiots. Today we're talking about an influencer. He's not even an influencer really, he's just a Twitch streamer, and he goes by the name Jack Doherty. We've touched upon him before, we've done a video here. This keyboard warrior became a streamer and got a reality check. This kid is probably the biggest head online that there is. So what he's become famous for, and we touched upon it in this video, is he's basically a big divvy or a jerk for the American audience to people in public, and it's disguised as pranks. But what happens is when people confront him in public for his stupid pranks, he then gets his security involved and he hides behind the security, so he's not man enough to deal with the consequences of his own actions. Anyway, this clip just surfaced a few days ago, and once again it's Jack being an idiot in public, starting fights and hiding behind his security. Check it out.
We got out of there, motherfucker. Let's go.
Watch your language. There's kids around here.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say?
Just watch your language.
What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though.
What are you talking about?
Your kids can't read, can they?
I'm sure your kids watch.
Get away from me.
You started talking to me, buddy.
Get away from me.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away. McKinley, back up.
What's your problem?
What an absolute lowlife degenerate this kid is. No amount of money changes the fact that you are a lowlife. Jack shouts at the top of his lungs, mother effers, and then a dad says, be careful of your language, which is an appropriate response. I would say the same as well if I was standing there with my kid. But let's watch again, and I want you to pay close attention to how much of a weasel this kid is when his security guard steps in.
Can't read, can they?
Right here.
Kids watch.
Watch Jack's body language now. He feels brave, he's pointing his finger, but then as the man leans forward and takes a step forward, the security guard steps in, and then Jack goes like this. Yeah, you. I can see this fatty behaviour from a mile off. Watch Jack Doherty's body language now. He gets shit scared as the fella walks towards him, but the security guard steps in and he's still talking over his shoulder. Watch him.
Start talking to me, buddy.
Right here. Now.
You get away from me.
Hey, you get away from me. Yeah. Absolute little puss boy he is. You are a puss boy. Absolute fanny. Watch again.
You get away from me.
You get away from me. Little scared bitches. I'm not wishing harm on kids, but this lad is 20 years old. He's an adult now. You got to remember that. He's an adult. It feels so wrong saying that. Prime example of you F around, you find out. But unfortunately, a little push isn't enough to teach Jack Doherty a lesson. He's not really going to learn the error of his ways until he gets seriously hurt and it's too late, because he understands videos like these are just going to get him more attention. Maybe not from my audience, but maybe the small amount of people who are 12, 13, 14 years old who see this type of content go, oh, he looks fun. And I don't blame them. The little kids at the end of the day, of course they're going to like degenerate content and look up to this Jack Doherty lad because he seems brave and he's always doing funny stuff. But I've also got a little bit of a young audience. For any of you lads out there who are younger than 18, please don't look up to kids like these. I'm doing this video to try and educate to a certain extent. Kids like these are hated by society. Real men who bring actual value to the world look at these kids and see them as weak. They see them as little weasels. They see them as little skid marks on the underpants of society. Shout out to Dodgeball. If you're young and you're watching this type of content as entertainment, it's going to kill off your brain cells. Instead, try and digest some content that's going to take your life forward a bit. How to earn more money, how to build skills, how to lift weights, how to fight. The internet is an absolute wonderful place. You've got all the resources you ever need to be super successful in life at your fingertips. I wish I had this version of the internet when I was younger. When I first got a PC when I was like 13 or 14, all that was on it was solitaire and paint. You kids have got it so lucky these days. You can watch my content because I'm exposing it. That's fine. Anyway, he's always getting into drama. I'm sure that we've all seen this clip where this lad here with the sunglasses on is having a little bit of a back and forth with this bouncer, this security guy, this thug, and it's not a heated interaction, and this lad doesn't threaten the security at all, but the security just takes it off his own back to throw an absolute whopper in the lad's face. And fair play to the lad, he's about half the size of this security, and he doesn't even get knocked out, he just gets back up. There's the aftermath of him on the floor. I don't want to show you the full video because we'll get demonetized. If you actually want to go and see the full video, go and watch it here. I'll put the link to this in the description if you want to watch that after this video. And if you also watched my last video, you would have seen him doing this as well. Absolute ridiculous. Okay, being intimidating to a old woman, and then look, watch. This guy confronts him. Security guard steps in.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Look at him thinking he's solid just because the security guard steps in.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Right. The next clip, I want to show it, but there's a chance I might have to edit it because it could get copyright striked by this Shady company. I won't go into it too much, but it turns out a smaller YouTuber called Josh Prime Unfiltered used this exact clip and he got falsely copyright striked by this company. Now, this company may or may not be linked to Jack Doherty, but if it is linked to Jack Doherty, it means that Jack's stealing money from other creators who use any of his clips. But the thing is, this type of content falls under what's called fair use, which means you can recycle the content as long as it's in a transformative manner and you're adding your own value and your own reaction to the content. So this company is going around false copyright striking people. I'll leave a link to his video in the description if you want to see his full report. He's done some really good research. So I don't know if it's Jack copyright striking the videos who are using this next clip and he's doing it under this Shady company, or if he's got no idea of their existence. But I'm just trying to bring to light the shady behind the scenes practices that are going on YouTube. Anyway, I'll try and show you the clip now. If I don't show you the clip, it means that I've had to remove it from a false copyright strike. And if you want to watch the clip I'm talking about, I'll post it in the description. That's sad, however you want to look at it, is you've got the two security guards going at each other and Jack just doesn't care. He's more interested in just making sure his phone's okay. Oh, let me fix my phone. He can handle it. Completely detached from reality and the real world because he's got that protection to fall back on at all times. Having a security to back him up at all times just reinforces his terrible behaviour. This is making me angry just in time for Christmas. So even Charlie from the Penguins Zero YouTube channel said that he's actually met Jack in real life 4 years ago when Jack was only 16 and they were at a police training open day. And Charlie said that Jack was extremely disrespectful even back then. Check it out.
Jack Doherty actually happened to be there on that same day. You can see the cringe cryptid right there in the yellow shirt. And I know it's not exactly cool to bully a child, but this wasn't a child, this was a demon. It's not just me that had an extremely negative impression of Jack on that day. Matt, Andrew, Tiana, and the officers all had nothing good to say about their experience being around Jack Doherty for like the 6 hours we were there. He was one of the most disrespectful people I had ever seen in person. For some reason, he was extremely loud most of the day, so anytime he tried to talk, he'd kind of yell it at the officers or anyone he was talking to, I suppose. It was like he was trying to get into a screaming match on an Xbox Live lobby for no reason. Like, I think that was just him trying to be hype for his video or something, but man, it was extremely annoying. But beyond that, anytime we were about to do one of the tests, or if the officers were trying to tell us something about one of the tests, he'd be like interrupting them frequently, and the yelling was giving me a goddamn headache. Like, none of us had anything positive to say about Jack. The only thing is, we all understood that he was a child, and he found internet fame extremely young. So clearly that had a poisonous effect on his mind, and we had all just kind of expected that he's going through a phase most likely, and he'd eventually grow out of this. But not only did he not grow height-wise, he also didn't grow personality-wise.
So we know he's always been a piece of crap, even from a young age. It makes you think, where have the parents been during all this? Well, the parents actually took him on, Dr. Phil, or Dr. Phil brought him on with his dad. And once again, I can't show the full clip because Dr. Phil copyright strikes everything.
We're done here.
I'm sorry.
Trying to give him some advice. He wants to talk rather
Jack,
than listen.
don't interrupt
He's
him
very
again,
hard to
please.
get along with. I'm sorry.
Jack, please don't interrupt
I was
anymore.
just trying to be nice.
You're
I've tried several
interrupting.
times to give him some advice that I've gotten from internet influencers, but he wants to interrupt.
I don't know what went wrong there. I was just trying to have a conversation.
He's going to give you some valuable advice from other YouTubers.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to hear from anybody.
No, I do.
He's a know-it-all.
But you can see, even back then, he's still got a punchable face. So he actually makes a lot of his money by managing OnlyFans girls, which I've got no problem with, but come on, if you're going to manage some OnlyFans birds, then at least be a little bit of a pimp. This kid is an absolute nugget, and the only reason why girls are around him is because of the money they get from the clout that he brings. And what's even funnier is he's actually got his own OnlyFans. Who the hell is subscribing to that? He looks like he's about 12. If you subscribe to his OnlyFans, I don't care what type of content he's got on there, you are a grade A. I might have to censor that, but you can read my lips. File. And this next part is all allegedly. I'm just reporting on what I've seen on Twitter. but I seen this clip pop up the other day where the streamer claims that Jack Doherty allegedly groomed a 17-year-old for OnlyFans. So this girl tweeted, Jack's ex-girlfriend knows about him grooming girls. The girl he is talking about is the 17-year-old he met with intentions of using her to start an OnlyFans because she had fresh cat emoji and it would attract older men. Even worse, he took 100% of her revenue and gives her £3,000 a month. I've actually seen another clip where he admits to this being true. He takes 100% of the girl's money, gives them $3,000 and a bit of merch. I don't know if he's an idiot or a genius. That's crazy. These young impressionable girls, damn. Where are the dads? If I was managing an OnlyFans bit, I'd go 50-50. Not 100%. Let's see what she's got to say anyway.
He obviously doesn't claim that it was together. Let's just say around November. Told me everything that you were hanging out with her. I have pictures and videos of you guys cuddling. And then she would tell me that you would Uber her home when I was about to come over.
Wow! I didn't even.
And then when I met her on New Year's Eve, you told her to tell me that she met you that day. You guys knew each other since November.
Yeah, but
I'll be honest, I don't have a clue what they're on about there, but I'll leave it in the video for you guys to decipher. I just feel me brain cells slowly going during that video.
I mean, you guys are like obviously dating. I seen a picture of you guys cuddling on the couch, and then she said that you went round to her place and you made it official and she signed the contract.
Oh my word. Merry Christmas to us all. Now, unfortunately, any sort of criticism he gets, he responds with tweets like these, showing how much money he spent in the last 2 weeks. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but even Chase Demore, who's another idiot influencer, who I've done a video on, if you want to watch it, you can go and watch it right here. He thinks he can fight because he's 6'4" and on the roids. Well, Chase Demore tweeted this: Jack, I'm in your corner, bro, but posting what you spend on Amex is not a flex. Every influencer, including myself, can post screenshots of our Amex statements, but most would never have to feel like we need to prove something by irresponsibly spending $250,000. And I actually agree with Chase Demore on that. Then the other day, he was getting into more drama over a fake ID with a bouncer, just farming that engagement.
why? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knows that. He's just being hypothetical. He works you.
Yo, don't record me because I'll slam your camera. Don't be stupid. Don't use me as content.
He's ready.
Wait, I can't hear that last part.
If you use me as content, it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. So I advise you to walk away, all right? Don't use me as content. Because the content you're going to get is going to be a lot different, all right? So please step away. Thank you. I appreciate it so much, all right? I advise you to walk away.
Well, I was just getting pizza. I get pizza.
Once again, I advise you to leave it alone, all right, buddy?
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Should I walk by him one more time?
What's gonna happen?
So basically, this kid has got rich off harassing people in public, starting fights he can't finish, and having his bodyguards step in to do the work for him. He got a bit of clout, then leveraged that clout to manage some OnlyFans girls, and now he thinks he's a boss. Now he thinks he's a G. Constantly doing this with his hair all the time. Well, you get away from me, bro. Everyone older than 15 should hate this kid. He's everything wrong with society, and I say that for my young audience. Don't copy him. Doesn't matter how much money he's got. He's a degenerate. And I'm not being funny, but if it was my kid, he'd be getting dragged up the stairs, thrown in his room, grounded for months. He'd have his bank card taken off him and his phone taken off him. And that's daddy's money now. But this is an example of what happens when you don't parent your kids properly. But I guess by now the parents have got zero control. He's got too much money with no discipline and no accountability in his life. Another thing that came to my mind is he's probably got no mates. Everyone around him is there for clout and attention and money. They're all feeders trying to suck on the teat of Jack. And I'd hate to live a life like that where you look around and you don't know who to trust and you've got no real mates. It might seem cool now when you're 20, but trust me, as you get into your late 20s, your early 30s, you will quickly find out who your true friends really are. What do you guys think of this? I'm going to be posting more content like this over Christmas, just to switch it up a little bit and have a little bit of fun, not be so serious all the time, although this video's been pretty serious still. But I appreciate all the love and support. I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas tomorrow. Always remember there's people out there who really don't have a lot in life, so always try and be grateful for what you do have. And if you are one of those people who doesn't have much, then I hope in 2024 you can find some success and start getting yourself back on track. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a life lesson video before the new year and talk about all the lessons I've learned this year and what my goals are for 2024. That might help some of you guys out there who want a little bit of mindset advice, so make sure you look out for that. Appreciate you all, like this video, and I'll see you for Christmas tomorrow.